When the storm comes, it doesn't ask or care who you are, but it does test what you're built on. And Jesus didn't say if a storm comes, he did say when. And when it does come, only one kind of life can stand. And those are the lives built on his word. So, good morning. This is Rod with RA Salt and Silver. Today, we're talking the parable of the wise and foolish builder. Um, so, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. That helps get the word out to more people. We need more people to hear the word of Jesus, and that does help us do that. All right, so let's get into it. So, where does the scripture here is from Matthew 7:24 through 27. And Jesus had just ended the Sermon on the Mount with this parable. Everyone who hears these words of mine, puts them into practice, is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. So we had two builders, two foundations, one storm, and one survives. Now, why did Jesus speak in this parable? Because he just delivered the most radical sermon in history. It was his blueprint for building the kingdom life. But he knew that hearing the truth doesn't change you, but building on truth, that is what changes you. So he paints this picture that every listener could understand. The construction, the foundation, the endurance that all these things were going to take. So what does this all mean? There was the wise builder, right? And he showed obedience in his actions. He hears the word, he does it, he digs deep, he builds on the rock. It's harder, it's slower, it's more costly. But when the rain falls and the winds roar, his house stands firm. And the foolish builder, he chooses a different route. He chooses convenience over conviction. He hears the same words but ignore them. He builds on the sand because it was quick, it was easy. But when the storm hits, we all everything collapsed. Not because he didn't build, because he did, but he built wrong. So storms don't destroy our faith. I mean, they can to some people, I suppose, but they definitely expose our faith. They reveal what you've been standing on. When pressure comes, when troubles come, your foundation speaks louder than your words. Obedience is the concrete of our faith. Discipleship is the architect of endurance. When you follow these kingdom principles, you can literally accomplish whatever it is because you're going to handle things different. Now, what's our application on building on that rock today? How do we do that? Well, hearing isn't enough, just as it wasn't with Jesus, right? Church attendance doesn't equal foundation. Being able to recite every book of the Bible in order, frontwards and backwards, and 3 times isn't equaling obedience. Jesus says, put it into practice. Dig deeper before you build higher. And I think this is where we go wrong. We like to take the easy road, but the deeper your foundation, the higher your calling can rise. Don't rush the process. Keep digging and digging until you hit that rock. But here's the other thing. This is where we tend to give up. Expect the storm because faith isn't proven in the sunshine. It's proven in the wind and the flood. The storm isn't punishment. The storm is proof. It's proof of your foundation. So you can't fake a foundation. You can't borrow endurance. You can't outsource obedience. You have to do it yourself. You have to build on Christ. The wise builder doesn't fear the storm. He prepares for it. He stands through it. And when it passes, his house is still standing. Now, every other ground will shift as Christ is the rock. Every other truth will crumble because Christ is the rock. Every other promise will fade, but Christ, the rock, remains. So build on him, stand on him, live on him. And when the storm comes, you'll still be standing. Hey, this is Rod with RA Salt and Silver. Let's give this one a thumbs up so that more people can get the word of Jesus. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.